So, Black Myth Wukong. You play as a badass monkey who can transform into anything and has sick-ass moves. The action combat looks dynamic, fluid, and impactful. The graphics and environments show the best that Unreal Engine 5 has to offer, and you get to explore one of China's oldest and coolest mythologies. What more could you want? Well, English subtitles that aren't a fanfiction erasing all tone, lore, nuance, and gilf lore, maybe. Okay, so long story short, the official English subtitles for Wukong kinda sucks, so I'm here to tell you what the characters are really saying for the latest cinematic trailer. But before I cut to that, I feel like it's essential to explain some fundamental lore about the mythology if you want to truly understand the trailer and the actual game. I'm not the biggest expert, but I can give you a good idea. So, in Chinese mythology, certain flora and fauna with enough spiritual energy called lingqi can become sentient. They can then spend many long years to cultivate themselves to become more and more human-like until they can assume human forms, or at least near human forms. Some even developed supernatural powers or magics along the way. These beings are called yaoguai or yaojing, and you will fight a lot of them in the game, like this normal ginseng plant that can become this 1,000-year ginseng yaoguai. And according to concept art, you can expect some mushroom or even rock yaoguai as well, with even more absurd years of cultivation and dedication. They become more powerful and might even reach immortality one day. Though most yaoguai like to consume beings with great spiritual energy to basically expedite the process. In the original canon, Wukong, Pixie, and Shaojing were tasked to protect a monk called Tang Sanzang, so he can make his holy pilgrimage to the west. The monk is kinda like Jesus, but with the naivety of a toddler. He's also so full of holy energy that basically any and all yaoguai could achieve immortality and eternal youth by simply eating him. So in one chapter, they came across 7 beautiful sisters who turned out, spoilers, to be spider yaojings that really wanted the monk's flesh. Once exposed, they recruit their older brother, a centipede yaoguai, to their cause. Alas, they were all beaten by the OG Wukong. But in Black Myth, it seems like one of those sisters from the original canon somehow survived and has since raised 5 daughters, who are likely all, or at least half, spider yaojings. The surviving Granny Yaojing also seems to have had some sort of romantic affair with the invisible point-of-view protagonist here, which I theorize is the Wukong we play as. So, with the basic context out of the way, here's an actual translation.
闭嘴！好蠢的东西，快下走！快来快来，他们到了！又不是三姐姐你成亲，这么着急做什么？叫你编排我，今天我就收拾收拾你的小蹄子！哎呀，好姐姐，就饶了我吧！来了来了，新郎官来了！我来迟了，妹妹们久等。 我到母亲日思夜想的是个什么俊俏郎君，怎么生得这般憨丑？嘴脸是有些阿杂，不过母亲喜欢就好。丑是丑，听说以前倒还有些本事。为了抓他，母亲的家传宝贝都用上了，可是费了老了劲儿啊。
哼，二姐姐真是勤谨啊，捉到好东西，也不先让妹妹们尝尝。
妹妹好大的气性，母亲心心念念要嫁的人，少根指头，咱们都没好果子吃。
嫁了她又有什么用？我们还不是一辈子守在这鬼地方，连你也不晓得。想看就去前头看。
我说妹妹们，这还没开始行礼，你们就急着要闹喜糖了？
嗨，不过是母亲修炼用的精元，我们呐，别操那没用的心。姐姐，人我就交给你，
一路辛苦了。
姐姐，母亲是老糊涂了，妹妹们又不晓得事，难道你也看不出来吗？
你就当心疼心疼母亲，也是我们做儿女的尽一次本分。
我何尝不心疼她？她数十年的病根一直好不了，正是拜这蠢物所赐。不恨就罢了，还这般作践自己，我是演不下去。
有些事情不看对错美丑，更不论强弱输赢，都是机缘巧现编织的宿命。
姐姐，
你我当时都未出生，不曾见母亲用过的情，自然也参不透她今日的痴心。
师伯那边，
走一步看一步吧。借来的福分，能多享一日，也是好的。你随我来，前面便是母亲的蓝房了。这里有几句话要叮嘱你。母亲平日里都是好的，唯有吃饭时只爱独享，千万别去沾惹她。还有，别细看她的脸，尤其是眼睛。
姐姐，不能再耽搁了。
我的话，你可要细细记住了。
快去，别误了时辰。
为何相见恨晚，情深却不寿？
管他虚情假意，花落谁自
哥哥，你让妾身当得好苦啊！天上果然不是人过的日子，能回来就好。姑娘们，排宴。
土里小桥灯风难求，
去年此门一角，
夜灯为君描绘来访。
Man, so where do I even begin? The first thing is making up conversations that don't exist.
又不是三姐姐你成亲，这么着急做什么？叫你编排我， 今天我就收拾收拾你的小蹄子。哎呀，好姐姐，就饶了我吧。
And are some of these changes even necessary? Just why? How do you turn I into huh? Huh? Next is tone and context changes. Characterization is erased or changed, especially for the second sister. Passive-aggressive tone is changed to a demanding one, and offended and defensive tone is changed to a passive and agreeable one. Playing along suggests putting on a face to humor someone. Then there is the style. The original script was subtle and at times almost poetic, so perhaps they changed it to appeal to Western sensibilities, but then you just lose all cultural flavor and nuance. People back then really did talk around the edges, and they implied more often than they made statements outright. So the English subs feel like a conversation taking place in a modern world. It doesn't reflect the historical fantasy going on. And lastly, just skip the lore, I guess. A powerful relic passed down for generations? No, this is totally spies. It's a super vague secret weapon. Oh, I am sure it's not important at all to understand what Spider Granny truly wants the captive for. It's too complicated to Western simpletons. The emphasis on heaven and man starts a debate about whether the captive is a mortal, a god, or some kind of ex-god. But I guess the West don't need to know that. Like, it's not important. Now, before I forget, this video is already way too long and I don't want people to accuse me of clickbaiting, so I'll be quick. The daughter's dialogue clearly indicates that their mother, aka Granny, will be eating the powerful captive for her cultivation. But Granny clearly had feelings for this guy as well, so half of her needs to bore him for some reason, but the other half don't want to. The spider in the end is Granny's true form. Also, totally unrelated fun fact, many female spiders eat their male spider mate after mating, also known as sexual cannibalism. Yeah. So there. Game science, please. I plead you to find a competent translator. It can't be that expensive. You got hype and funding now, yeah? Put it to good use, or you're literally robbing the international audience out of experiencing a true cultural phenomenon. If anything, there are fans out there like me that's willing to help you, so please don't squander it.